forecasting
Mm-hmm.
will be monitored and maintained under these modules. So
Okay.
FCCS, that which one that was you heard about, that is purely finance to core tool where we can do auditing, taxation, everything will be there in the FCCS additionally. So
Okay.
this PBCS, CBCS is like more or like planning tools
Mm-hmm.
where you can plan your budgeting, forecasting. So
Okay.
basically, just in discussing like how you are going to prepare the budget. So you know the actuals. First of all, you should know the actuals.
Right.
Based on actuals, you are going to prepare your but for the next financial year, and forecast for the depends on whether you need a short-term forecast or long-term forecast. Could be for that particular year or could be an additional year or for 5 years or 6 years, depends on the business requirement. So these functionalities we are going to be designed flexibly in this PBCS or EPBCS. Okay. So PBCS and EPBCS, why we are talking about these two modules? What is the difference? So when you say PBCS, it is just going to have these modules, budgeting and forecasting, where you can prepare your balance sheets, profit and loss. So there are multiple financial reports similarly. So we are going to prepare that. And additionally, if I want to maintain HR information like manpower, of any organization, like salaries, uh, number of employees are coming in and exit from the company. So all the HR related data that you want to maintain, we have a separate, I mean, sub module called workforce. If you want to talk about capital expenditure, right? So there is a concept called capital expenditure that you are more familiar if you are already in finance. So to capture that capital expenditure separately, allocations, everything related to the capital expenditure or workforce, we have a sub modules under this EPBCS,
Okay.
workforce and Capex. We can enable the functionality of these workforce and Capex in EPPs. That is the difference you see Oracle PBCS and EPBCS. So we have additional components we can enable it in EPBCS, which is not in PBCS. But
Mm-hmm.
if you may get question whether we can manage. For example, this is like organizations will acquire the module depends on the license, right? So this must have one license cost and this will have one license cost. So they will decide whether PBCS or EPBCS. Let's say they decided PBCS and asking me to implement the functionality of workforce and capex. Yes, we can do,
Mm-hmm.
but that is like a you are customizing the application.
Okay.
Here, these functionalities are by default available with respect to the HR data and with respect to the capital expenditure data. The functionalities are all built defaultly in the application. We can just enable the functionality and we can use it further. We can develop more further based on the requirements. But these functions and features are not available in PBCS, but still I can build that from scratch on my own by using the functionality available in PBCS.
Okay.
Right? So this is how we are going to use in real-time system for the specific business requirements, these particular two modules. So I'm basically giving trainings on these two. That's what I'm just stressing out. So if you people are
Okay.
really interested in these two tools, we can proceed further based on the further discussions.
So, are
Yeah.
these two modules very much aligned with my core objective in terms of exploring how planning and
Yes.
budgeting would be done, how strategic modeling will be done, how
Yes.
capital asset planning will be done. So
Exactly.
this is something which is
Exactly.
my core interest.
Yes. There is another module, yes, strategic modeling, which we can integrate with EPPCS or PBCS. This
Okay,
is
okay.
basically using for long-term
Mhm.
analysis,
Okay, okay.
long-term data analysis, like you can say long-range plan,
Mhm. Okay, okay.
or you can say long-range planning. You can do through the SM or strategic modeling, we call them. And there is another module we can integrate, data management. This is basically used to integrate the source app to your EPM. Source applications means source data means what? So you're going to maintain some ERP tools where you can have the invoices there. That is kind of purely raw data that I want to perform the calculations over the data, and I need to summarize the data into what is my balance sheet and what is my profit and loss or cash flows. So that all will be done in this. So for to get it done in PBCS or EPBCS, I need to integrate my source data from the ERP system, get it loaded into my EPM modules, that is PBCS or EPBCS. Then I can perform the calculations over that.
Okay.
So for that reason, we are going to use this data management tool. This is internally integrated and internally available. It's kind of again sub module under this PBCS and EPBCS. So these are all the procedures that we are going to discuss in detail each and every topic. But PBCS in the EPBCS, how you are. This is basically these tools are very pure core to the planning and budgeting. In
Okay,
any
okay.
organization, if you go and see, they are going to use PBCS or EPBCS nowadays.
So, I mean,
Okay.
EPBCS is more for large enterprise, isn't so? Or and
Yes. Correct.
PBCS is more of a
Correct.
small, medium business enterprise.
Exactly. Exactly. So that is what depends on that the business requirement that we are going to choose. So we are going to calculate the cost as well. So how much cost it is being investing under that module, whether I can, if I can meet the requirement. They have
Mm-hmm.
a very small amount of requirement under this Capex and workforce. I don't need to
Mm-hmm.
go with the PBCS, right? I can do
Okay,
customize my requirements in PBCS itself, so I can suggest that.
okay,
So
okay,
as you said is absolutely true. Okay. And this
okay.
is like large enterprise and this is like small or medium.
Mm-hmm. Okay,
So
okay,
depends on the business requirement we are going to choose and we are going to build the requirements further. So yeah.
okay, okay.
So we are going to have the sessions like daily 1 hour session
Mm-hmm.
discussing implementing and functionality wise also we are going to discuss in deep, like with respect of the tool wise, not in deep like how you are a functional finance guy, but
Right, right.
in the tools perspective how much it is needed, that I'm going to give with the real time examples and I'm going to
Mm-hmm.
build the application, and we're going to show it like we have a tool where I can access, this is the tool where I can access, I can
Okay.
have the links here.
Mm-hmm.
So I can able to access here, and this link or tools will be provided to you again for your practice.
Okay,
Okay,
okay.
so I'm
So
going
it
to
will
give
be a
scenarios here.
real time hands-on experience, right?
Yes, yes. So I'm going to explain, I'm going to share my experience, how we are facing in the real-time system
Mm-hmm.
issues, or how we are getting the requirements, how we are going to implement in each and every topic will be covered, like from the basic how to build an application from scratch, and then how
Mm-hmm.
you are going to manage the reports. Another module, yes, I forgot, just like a smart view. It's an Excel add-in.
Okay.
It's an additional feature for basically for IPN, not just cloud, or it is available for on-premise as well. It is an Excel add-in. So which allows you to integrate, uh, connect with your database, PBCS database, and pull the data into the Excel, and you can prepare the reports as you required. You can prepare your balance sheet reports. So otherwise, we have inbuilt module as well, like reporting tool, where you can build the
Mhm.
reports as well within the application. So the user don't want get all the reports into the Excel. They want to see in the web page, like this. They want to see here. Let me connect here. Just give you the some interface. Let me show you some interface here.
So I just have a question. So can Oracle PBCS or EPBCS can integrate with third-party ERP? It could be your SAP or any other third-party application.
Yes, as I told you, yes. Data management, I told you, right?
Hmm.
So my ERP is obviously third party to me, like
Okay.
PeopleSoft
Hmm.
or Oracle Finance, SAP. All these apps can be integrated, and I can pull the data from them and I can load it into the PBCS or
Okay.
EPBCS.
Okay.
Another option that is like inflow. There must be an outflow as well from EPM to some other third party tool that you want to integrate. Yes, I
Hmm.
can do that as well. For that, we are going to use REST APIs.
Okay.
There is a REST API integration facility available in PBCS or EPBCS. Using this, you can connect to the multiple databases or multiple applications. Like you can pull the data, push the data to Tableau, or you can push the data to Domo, or you can push the data to any other like I mean, what I can say, like SharePoint or ServiceNow. Okay, so those also can be integrated with the PBCS or EPBCS. These are all the latest features which was being implemented in recent times in the cloud modules, even in this.
Okay.
Right? Yeah, so I'm just trying to connect the application here. Just hold for a minute, and I'll just show you the basic interface, how it looks like, and you'll have some more idea.
Hi, my name is Girish. I just joined the call.
Yeah, please.
Yeah, may I know who I'm talking to?
Yeah, Sid, this is Sid. I'm your Hyperion trainer.
Sid. Okay. Hi, Sid. This is Girish.
Yeah.
Sid, when you provide the training, right? Would you go over a little bit of the functional side of the things, like when you're talking about capex or
Yes.
allocations?
Yes, that's what I said. So it's with respect to the tool perspective, or
Right.
just to understand the business requirement in the real-time system. How so? What things are required? What is capex and what is workforce and basics that I'm going to share. So that
Okay.
so the level, if you say, you can understand the business requirements in the real-time system and you can build the application. That is, you don't expect that go deep dive into the finance, and it is
Yeah.
not required basically. You just need to understand the basics, like what the business is saying to me, and how I'm going to
Right.
build the application, or how I'm going to build any specific component or requirement. So that
Right.
much level I'm going to give insight in that specific topics.
Okay.
Yeah, so this is how the interface looks like, your cloud
Yeah.
version. So we have built up an already application, so we can remove this and we can build from scratch to better you understand how we are going to build from scratch. So we can have the rules, and we can have, this is what the reporting module I'm saying, that if you click on this, you can be able to see the reports if there are any exist. So we can build the report. This is like internal module, right? So you for your question, like. And apart from this, I can integrate into the Smart View, I mean, Excel Smart View as well. If I just open the Excel, So I can use this smart view add-in. So where I can connect and integrate my application from using these options, and we'll see how we are going to do this process in detail. And this is my strategic modeling option where I can manage the strategic models through the Excel as well, but very limited. So, but most like you are going to manage through the you are managing through the yes web interface. Okay. So that we see in the real-time system how we are going to build all these functionalities. Okay. Yeah. So any
So,
questions?
yeah, one more question. What exactly is the difference between Hyperion HFM or and this EPP PBCS? Yeah.
HFM is
I'm
on-premise application. HFM is
okay.
on-premise application, and that is for auditing, taxation, pure core finance consolidation tool.
Okay, got it.
And there's no planning we can do here in the HFM application, and this is on-premise. And EPBCS or PBCS is cloud and core planning modules. So if you want to see the alternative on-premise is like if you might heard S-based planning.
Right. Yeah.
So this is on-premise
Do
and
Oracle still
PBCS is
have?
cloud.
Yeah. Do they still have a space?
Yes, yes.
Oh, okay.
So some of the organizations are still using on-premise, right? The latest version is 11.2
Okay. Okay. But
and
is
PBCS is cloud.
right. But is it completely different, the space and PBCS?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay. Okay.
Except dimensionality, you can see the difference. This is what the interface is completely different. If you can see the interface like this, but in on-premise, it will be completely different.
Right.
And
Right.
functionalities, some of the functionalities will match, but the additional features which are available in cloud is not available in on-premise, like data maps, where you can easily map the or integrate the cubes on web interface itself, like in this page itself. For example, if I go to the data exchange, where you can manage your data transfer between the cubes, and which is not in on-premise.
Got
Okay,
it.
you like data push or valid intersections, cell level security. So kind of
Got
some additional features are there in the cloud and not available in on-premise. So on-premise is more or like how you can decide whether it is on-premise or cloud. So whether my business requirement is fit for cloud or not. There are couple of organizations which I worked recently as well. Their requirement is does not fit to the cloud version. So they are still continuing in the on-premise. It doesn't mean
Okay.
that everybody is in cloud versions and every business model is going to fit in the cloud versions due to the dimensionality, lack of dimensionality, and the functionality. And somebody like so most of the core finance, like banking sectors or telecom sectors, they are not reliable on the security levels of cloud versions. But yeah, Oracle is saying that it is more secured. But when you look at the data management, Oracle is handling all the servers. I'm not going to have any control on that. In
Right.
on-premise, physically servers are with me, data is with me, security is with me, everything is with me. So that
Right.
depends on how business or how an organization is think that they
Right.
need what type of security. So they can go with that. So like I'm accessing now the application, but the back
Right.
end of this application, everything is managed by Oracle. I don't have
Right.
anything with me now. I cannot
Right.
go
Right.
into that server. I cannot manage that S-based data, and I cannot manage the security of that server. Everything that will be in the Oracle hands. So
Right.
that decision makes different. I can go with the EPM, I mean on-premise, or I can go with cloud. So the decision
Yeah.
has been taken in my previous organization as well, like that. So they are still continuing in the latest versions of on-premise.
Got it. But is there any restriction in terms of the cube sizes between on-premise and cloud, or it can grow
No,
to
no, no.
any
So
size?
backend level, the database, it is S-base again. Even though it is a
Okay.
cloud version, in my
Okay.
backend, it is an S-base, how S-base functions in on-premise. Similar way the functionality is there. There is no limitation in that.
Okay. Got it. Got it. Got it. It's good to understand. Uh, another thing, right? So, uh, is there something like Oracle is trying to get rid of the on-prem and push customers to cloud?
Yeah, they're doing, but I'm not sure whether it's gonna happen immediately. They are trying to do that. Even I heard that, but yeah, I told you right. So depends on that business model is not going to fit.
Got it.
So if they are really forcing the to not to use the on-premise, I'm not sure how it is going to happen. But
Okay.
right now, there are multiple organizations still using on-premise.
Okay. Got it. So when are the classes usually? What time?
We'll decide the timings. Most likely the same time, like 9 to 10, or depends on both of you from India or which patients.
I'm from US.
Okay. What
Yeah.
about Kendra?
Yes, I'm from Bangalore.
Okay. Okay. I think you are okay with the timing 9 to 10. I'm not sure about
Uh,
Girish. We'll see. We'll see the timings. Okay. First, you guys are okay to move proceed further. Then please go
Sid,
and discuss further details.
I
Yeah,
have
please.
certain follow-up questions which I
Mhm,
would like to understand in
mhm,
terms of my career alignment with this
mhm.
profile, specifically with this skill set. So, since you had been working in this space from quite some time, so how do you see the demand for Oracle EPM skills, be it PBCS or be it EPBCS, evolving over the period of time?
Yes, we have good amount of demand in this. So we have a lot of requirements coming in. You can see in the Naukri as well. Just don't believe me, but you can
Mhm.
just see in the Naukri. You can put the location and see the PBCS or EPBCS requirement. We have a lot of.
Okay, okay, okay,
So
and
PBCS, EPBCS have very good requirements rather than FCCS. More than
okay,
FCCS, you have more requirements on this.
okay, okay. Okay. And what kind of roles open up for someone who is skilled in EPBCS? Is it more on functional side, or it could be FPA analyst, or what exact kind of profiles are there for someone who is skilled in this, expertise?
Yeah, yeah. As per my experience, business analyst is one of the hot role in the PBCS, or like you need to implement or you need to understand the requirement from business side functionally, then
Mhm.
you need to implement. Nowadays, more or like DevOps is in progress. It is right. So DevOps process is in live. So most of the people are like not just having two separate teams, like separate for supporting and for developing. So we have one team together, and both the activities are being done, uh, are handled in this DevOps. So nowadays, most of the organizations are implementing that as well. So, but you see that business analyst is the one key role you can see.
Okay. And are there any mandate complementary skills which I should learn alongside EPBCS or PBCS? Like it could be Oracle ERP, BI tools, or any data integration kind of thing?
So, to be frank, it is really not mandatory, but if you have an idea that there is actually, you'll get more and more priority for your profile. So
Okay.
most of the, so as I see, as I said, like any organization, definitely there will be an integration from the ERP tool, one ERP tool, either it could be an SAP or Oracle
Hmm.
Finance,
Right.
mostly. So PeopleSoft is like mostly they are managing the HR data.
Hmm.
So But yeah, so the main data like revenue, expenses, everything that is being managed by these ERP tools like invoices, SAP or Oracle Finance. If you have
Mhm.
an idea of those tools, but definitely your profile will be prioritized. If the 10 people are there, if you have an additional feature of this, but yeah, to prioritize your profile, they will definitely give you the
Okay.
priority. But coming to the tool perspective, it is not mandatory to learn those all the other modules. That's all. Then you can decide your options.
Okay. Okay. And as per you, how much time it would take to address all these modules like within PBCS and EPBCS? As per you, how much time it takes to
Uh,
ensure that we all are equipped with the required skill set, so
yeah,
that accordingly we can hunt in the market and we can go for the next step in the ladder?
yeah. So for EPBCS or PBCS, approximately 35 hours, 35 to 40 hours.
Mm-hmm.
Rest of the modules that you can, if you can, like third party modules, as I said, like you can take your decision, like whether you can do it parallelly or, but yeah, you can fit it uh, within 3 months. It depends on, like, you must do practice well. 3 months you can be able to achieve at least, like with this training, at least by you can be able to handle like 3 years experience in this module.
Okay. So, like, how much time would you be taking to address these skills?
Yeah, I told you, right? So for PBCS or EBBCS, it will take at least 35 to 40 hours, like daily 1 hour, let's consider.
Mm-hmm.
5 days mostly in a week, 5 hours in a week, let's say. Approximately 8 weeks, you can say. 8 weeks
Okay.
is like 2 months.
Mm-hmm. Okay. 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 And it will cover everything starting from scratch, right? Be
Yeah,
it your scratch
yes,
knowledge on the modules to
yes,
understanding on the hands-on in terms of any practical end-to-end kind of thing, right?
yes, yes, exactly. That is
Okay.
what I had just shown you the interface to make you better understanding how we are going to discuss. I'm going to discuss all these components. You can see, you can take a snap if required.
Mm-hmm.
So each and every option, what it is going to do, we can discuss. So apart
Okay.
from these, there is nothing in PBCS. So everything that you can see under this.
Okay.
So in
Okay.
real-time system, I'm not going to use all these options as well. There are multiple which are not required in real time, but still we can understand what is there in that. It is
Mm-hmm.
not the meaning that whether you are using in real time or not. Every time you cannot use all the functionalities, right? One project I may use these functionalities. In another project I may use these functionalities. In another project I may use all these together. Depends on the requirements we are going with that. So for
Okay.
example, in my previous project, I didn't use this reporting module. In my current project, I'm using.
Okay. Okay.
So that just telling you. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And a couple
And
of are completely for implement, I mean, what I can say, like infrastructure related options, like insights. This is just like if I click here, so configure, these are all properties of the application. It's kind of an admin part. It is not application developer or functional design. Okay.
mm-hmm.
So
Okay.
that is how we don't need to touch this configure part. It is not needed for me. It is irrelevant to me. So the admin guy who is from infrastructure related, so they will take care of that.
Okay. Okay.
So like that. So which are required for technically and functionally, that requires to for build a business requirement with respect to the forecasting, budgeting, planning, actuals, everything to manage. So we'll discuss all the topics here.
Okay. Okay.
So I'm going to, let's say I'm going to remove the application. So I'll
Yeah,
build the application from the scratch. So this is
we
already
can't
a created
we can't
application.
screen.
Oh, sorry.
Sorry.
Hope you can see my screen.
Yes.
This what I said is like I did not use these components earlier, so I'm using now. So depends on the requirements. Some of the options we use in real-time system, some of the options we cannot use. Depends on the requirement we go. So we'll discuss each and every component, what it is there, and how it is useful, and build from scratch. Basically, this is a created application already. I'm going to remove this. So I'll remove it and I'll create from the scratch. I'll show you how to remove as well. That is required in the real-time system. What is the purpose of removing the application, that we'll discuss in detail. So from the first step onwards, we will remove the application and we'll understand why we need to remove the application, what scenarios we are going to remove the application in real-time system. We'll understand in detail, and we'll build from the scratch again the application, how you are going to build the application. What are the options are available to build the application? Okay.
Okay.
So we will understand the from application point of view. Then after, within the application, what are the different components and available, and what is its functionality, how it is useful for the business requirement, and how can we build. We'll understand the
Okay.
business requirements as well with this, some real-time examples.
Mhm.
Yeah. I'm seeing some job postings. They're asking for ARC and FCCS something.
Yeah, that's what I told you. There are multiple modules within the cloud, EPM cloud. So overall, you can see the top structure is like EPM cloud. Under the EPM cloud, you can see the branches like FCCS, PBCS, EPBCS, ARCS, EP, EPMC, where you can
Okay.
manage different functionalities.
Okay.
Okay. So as I said, that PBCS, EPBCS is core
Okay.
planning modules. FCCS is consolidation module, which is
Okay.
similar to the HFM, as I told you.
Right.
Like that, different modules are there. But yeah, I'm
Okay.
giving trainings on these two modules. If you guys are really good to go, then further details regarding fees and all, timings and everything will be communicated by Chaitanya. Please get in touch with him.
Mhm. Okay. Also want to know, like, as per your experience, which industries are currently investing a lot in Oracle EPM cloud solutions? Like, if you could help me understand that as well.
Uh, which industries are like, so
Like, it
far
could be.
that I worked in
Mhm.
automobile industry, one of the automobile industry I worked in, like they are supporting the software for the automobiles. They are
Okay.
providing the software for the automobiles, like your navigators and everything.
Mhm.
Whatever the software required for a car, they are going to build. So that automobile industry is using PBCS in recent, which I heard, and
Mhm.
I worked on it. And other one is like there are some projects like sports related companies are also using.
Okay. Okay.
And one of my friend is working in a Cadbury company, so they are also using cloud.
Okay.
They are actually using both on-premise and cloud. That's what. So HFM they are in on-premise,
Mhm.
planning and budgeting they are in cloud. Because
Okay.
that, as I told you, that example, their business model does not fit in cloud for the HFM. So the HFM is actually a bit difficult to migrate to cloud, but yeah, as base planning, it is easy to migrate for PBCS.
Okay.
So most of the companies where they are using only planning, they are in cloud. Most of the industries, like 90%, I would say. But HFM, most of the persons are in still in on-premise because it's very tough to manage the business model in the FCS. Any questions? I hope we are good, right?
Yes, I mean, I also have other question in terms of, like, as you said, that the agenda of this session is to focus more on PBCS and EPBCS. But I would also like to understand, if we go for only these modules, will it not be like we miss the opportunity of learning other modules like FCCS or account reconciliation or PCM? So let's say if we are going for these modules, how relevant we will be in the job market if we have these two skill set in our resume, only these two skill set in our resume.
Yeah. Yes, we can get more opportunities with these two skill set. I can
Mhm.
give you an example as well on that, where I attended the interview for Deloitte. They are expecting have some basic skills of all other modules like FCCS. Let's say you are core into PBCS and EPBCS. They may expect could be FCCS, have basic knowledge. What is that? What is the tool do? You don't need to deep dive into that technically. What is the tool do? What the purpose you are using in railway system? Giving some examples. And ARCS or EPMS. So anything, different modules, whatever you have. So they are more. They may ask you why, because you know the Deloitte how it works. It's more or like auditing base. They will send you into the different locations and do the auditing or do support for the clients. So they may expect, but when it comes to the, give you an example like Wipro or IBM or Kyndryl or any other companies, they work for the client for giving them the core support of that particular technology. Okay, which I'm currently working in different companies, right? So it depends on. So most likely, I never seen any other guys ask me that different modules you need to have, except the Deloitte, because I know that Deloitte will do like that because they are more into the auditing. They must, the person who is working there, they must know the different modules experience. So I'm not sure what is the mindset at the time that interviewer. So they asked me that this kind of question. Apart from that, I never seen that situation in any other interviews.
Right. Are
But still,
there also any?
you can decide. You can decide. That is absolutely, that is my experience. I'm saying that, but you can decide your opportunities. But I'm telling you that you will get.
So, as per your experience, if we are having core expertise in PBCS and EPBCS, we are good to go for hunting in the market in terms of
Yes,
seeing any
yes,
opportunity.
yes.
Okay.
So nowadays, the demand is there, but at the same time, companies are expecting a more and more from you, right?
Right, right, true.
So check your feasibilities. As I told
Mhm.
you, if you can add on that some additional third party like ERP or SAP, like
Mhm.
at least have some basics. You don't need to dig in much. Like you go and work in both the modules, right? Yourself, or they won't keep you in both the modules. Yeah, you need to take care of that ERP as well, and you need to take care of EPM as well. You are core to the
Mhm.
EPM, but sometimes you may get the requirement from ERP to EPM integration, right? That time, at least if you have the basics of ERP, you should understand, yes, this requirement is feasible in the EPM, we can integrate. So you can talk something in the calls in the real-time system.
Mhm.
So at least have the basics. So there is nothing wrong in that, and it won't take much time. It does not need the full detail and core or deep level training required in those modules. Even in the cloud also, you just go ahead and read some Oracle documents related to FCCS or ARCS or any other modules that are available in the cloud nowadays in the market. Because
Mhm.
in other organizations like which I worked in, they're not using all these modules. Even I don't think that Deloitte is using in one client. In one client, let's say, let's take a client. One client, they use all these modules. No, right? They use only, if they're using only PBCS or EPBCS, they use only that. Why they use that many tools? Why Deloitte is expecting that kind of knowledge is, I told you the example. Those are like auditing based companies. They are more focusing on auditing, you know that, right? So they come and do the auditing, and they do the auditing on the different modules. They don't know which customer is using which module. So that is why they are expecting that. But other companies are like, They just do support the business, giving an implementation or giving implementing the requirement, giving the reports. That's it. So if I think a perspective of client, I'm a client, I can use only one module. I cannot afford for all the modules together. What should I do with all of the modules? What is my requirement? Which module is fit for me? EPBCS or ARCS or PBCS or FCCS? So that module only will be managed. If you see the requirement, go and search in the Naukri for PBCS. Let's just focus on PBCS or EPBCS. You just go and search in the Naukri. You can see the opportunities are available in PBC and the EPBCS. And you search for ARCS as well. So very few profiles are expecting all these modules to go together. But if you have core knowledge in these modules also will be okay.
Okay.
So that much my experience I can give you. But yeah, ultimately you go and search yourself as well. Don't depends on my decision or my experience, because everybody's have different experiences, right? So far I had, this is my 13 years experience. Maybe 20 years experience guy will have different insight. So rather doing that, just analyze yourself as well. Go and search in the Naukri. That's it. There's one job portal is there, which is huge job portal. You can see the opportunities over there. Just search the module. Okay, you will understand the requirements available there.
So, are there any certifications available for this? Or
Yeah, definitely. Certifications are always there in the Oracle in every module, so not just IPN or EPBCS or PBCS. So Oracle is always conducting the certification process, right? You can do that. You can search in the Google. You can do that. No problem. Yeah.
Got it. Okay. Yeah, I think I'm good. I'm gonna join the session for sure.
All right. So please, both of you further discuss the details with Chaitanya, and we'll proceed ASAP.
Yeah.
And the
And we'll
timings,
discuss.
just wanted to reconfirm